The United Kingdom, well, it's deciding whether to implement reverse Jim Crow laws. This is not good for the people of the United Kingdom. It does give me an opportunity to give you a history lesson. But first, let's see this article. There are only the first two paragraphs that are interesting, the other one are not. So, the Prime Minister was branded two-tier kill by the Tories today as he was challenged over sentencing council new guidance to judges. We do know that this kind of sentencing was happening even before this trying to implementing this new law, and the Tories who call Starmer two-tier kill, they did those things themselves when they were in power. We have an example for that man that was arrested for putting up stickers, and also we have those kind of things happening in other parts of Europe. Let's take for example Germany, where a woman got a harsher punishment than a convicted rapist for calling him a disgraceful pig. So this is nothing new for the United Kingdom or for Europe as a whole. Now let's go back to the second paragraph, which is the most interesting part. Sir Keir Starmer was urged to support a bill the Tories say will stop the guidance which advises judges to take a criminal's ethnicity or religion into account before sentencing them. And that would mean that a native Brit can have equal standing before the law only if he changes his religion, because he doesn't have any other option. And this gives me a good opportunity to give you a short history lesson, because a similar thing already happened in Europe once before. Let's go back to the past 500 years ago, when a foreign empire invaded Europe, and that empire is the Ottoman Empire. So, as the Ottoman Empire invaded the Balkans and conquered nations, they also conquered a small kingdom, the Kingdom of Bosnia. The Kingdom of Bosnia was placed between the Western Roman Catholics and the Eastern Orthodox. So inside of the kingdom you had both Catholics and Orthodox. But you also had another Christian domination that not a lot of people know about, and that was the Bosnian Church. The Bosnian Church wasn't connected to either West or the East, and it was considered heretical. But inside the kingdom, all three Christian domination got along just fine. There was no issues between them. And then the Ottomans came. They conquered Bosnia. Some natives were put into administrative positions because they already know the culture and the language. But over time, more and more Ottoman settlers came to Bosnia, and they were given preferential treatment. They were put into administrative positions, higher positions. The natives were treated horribly, and over time, more and more laws were implemented that favored the Ottomans, settlers, and people of Muslim faith. So the only way a native Bosnian could have equal standing before the law, he had to change his religion. Most Catholics and Orthodox didn't change, but the Bosnian Church completely disappeared. Now this story has a good ending. After 500 years of Ottoman occupation, the Balkan nations rose up, and that was the first Balkan War. They defeated the Ottomans, and as we would say, they drove the enemy into the sea. So Bosnia was liberated. But the legacy of Ottoman law is still seen today, as Bosnia today is still 51% a Muslim country.